it is a great pleasure to welcome you here. I'd like you to take a moment to welcome yourself here now, to breathe all of yourself present here now into this moment in time where you have been preparing for. You were designed for this moment in time, and we want to invite you to sink into yourself, into this incredible wisdom deep within your heart, your body, your soul, welcoming all of you here. Now take a beautiful deep breath into your body, right down into your belly. Calling all of you here now, fully activated, fully embodied, fully landed here, home through the vehicle of your body. Landing through the vehicle of your body, through the vehicle of your business, through the vehicle of your bank account, landed here, deeply rooted here upon this earth. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we're going to talk about manifesting powerfully through times, through turbulent times, especially, economic times of turbulence and instability. The same principles, the same manifestation principles apply in every moment through every challenge. And this is something that I've learned over, practicing these tools for a very long time. I've been practicing manifestation tools for 15 years, but I particularly got the importance of this in my 16-month break of not working at all, when I was guided to stop my business completely. That ended up being for 16 months in total. I really honed this skill to manifest powerfully when it looks like there was no option for money, for example. I'd already written my book, Money Manifestation Mastery. I'd already created my abundance activation course. I was already teaching these tools. But as you know, we're always the student of what we do, right? We're always learning, growing, expanding into more and more awareness. And it's so easy when there is, fear in the collective, chaos, when the economy's starting to, we'll see, starting to collapse. People are starting to get very stressed and worried and concerned about money. And it's very, very easy to get swept into those big, powerful currents of energy, of fear, of lack and scarcity. And I too find myself getting swept into them because I'm an empath. I can feel everything. So I get sometimes swept and taken into these currents. Now, the practice always is to come back to your center. Come back to your body, come back to your heart, come back to your inner guidance. And there are always a way to actually powerfully manifest, effectively manifest, and even manifest more money, for example, during these times. It is hard for our poor minds to understand how that's possible. So we have to dig deeper. And now we're digging deeper more than ever before. And it's amazing because I didn't fully understand when I was starting to channel and guide and bring in information about the wealth caves, all these wealth caves, and sinking into the abundance deep within ourselves. I didn't really understand what that was all about. Seeing these incredible caves of wealth and wisdom that lie within our wombs, but also within the earth. And what I'm understanding more and more now is, as there's chaos and fear and instability on the surface, we go deeper, we go in, and we find that place of wealth, abundance, connection, power, our inner source that's within us and within the earth. And there we can access a whole wealth of information, a whole wealth of wisdom, a whole wealth of resources. So we're actually incredibly wealthy women. We're incredibly empowered women. We are incredibly privileged women. And we have this incredible network here that is here to support you, to uplift you, to grow you, and for us to grow together. The visions I've been getting for actually a very long time, but they're really here, right now, is this time is all about connection, collaboration, cooperation, coming together. This web of light, like the root systems within the earth, within how the trees communicate to each other, so the root systems, we have a very similar thing going on. So this is the time to really tune in, listen in, lean in, and access these incredible resources within ourselves. A lot of them have been lying dormant. And what I'm finding extraordinary about this time is that everything is amplified. The energies, like even in the last few weeks, I mean, it's heating up. It's getting more and more intense, more and more amplified. And also we're getting into like faster and faster manifestation. So where your focus goes, energy flows, but more than ever. So if you're in a fear cycle, that's probably going to be amplified. If you're in the kind of energy of abundance and manifesting powerfully, creatively, that's going to be amplified more than ever as well. So parts of your power, parts of your gifts that have been lying dormant for a very long time are actually more accessible to you than ever before. But we have to dig deep and hone and connect more powerfully to find it, especially when there's big energy of fear, for example, on the surface. This is really about leadership. This is about conscious leadership, heart-led leadership, and being the leadership of yourself, holding that line, holding that deep, powerful connection. And your leadership is for yourself, your family, your loved ones, but also for your purpose. So how we lead through times of great turbulence, holding that line, holding that connection, bringing through those gifts. People need leadership right now. I don't know if you've noticed, people are really looking for that leadership more than ever before. And we want, to share ways, powerful ways to be, effective and positive and thrive during these times, because we know what happens when you go down the fear spirals. So you're all highly resourced, gifted, powerful, experienced, and we have to hold that line within ourselves first and foremost to bring and share what we have. So it's quite extraordinary, quite extraordinary times. So I'd like you just to take another deep breath right down into your belly. And we're calling you home, and we're landing you powerfully into this space, but powerfully into yourself, into your center, and also powerfully linking and networking with all of us in this space now, this network. Lean into this space. Take a deep breath into your body. The key to this time as well is adaptability. So our ability to release and let go of that which is no longer aligned and no longer serving us, and our willingness to listen and follow that guidance and move towards what we're being guided to move towards. That calling of our heart, our soul, this inner wisdom is guiding you forward. And what I see is we're here to build, to create the foundations within your own life, within your own business, but it's the foundations of this new wave of consciousness. I believe that we are the builders, the leaders, the path makers of this new wave of consciousness on this planet at this time. And it is time now to seed it, to land it, to ground it, to bring it in whatever way you're being guided to at this time. Some of you, it's going to be a lot of action in the world. Some of you, it's more inner. We have to listen and trust what you're being guided into at this time. But also the willingness to be flexible and to move. And that's why all this work we've done on releasing and letting go and surrendering, it's partly about this, the willingness to just make a change when we need to, because that maybe old action is no longer aligned. It's no longer relevant to this moment in time. And what's fascinating, as the old systems of like patriarchy and systems that are based on control and greed, on fear, that are disconnected, out of harmony with our bodies and this planet, a lot of these systems I believe are going to be either crumbling down or needing to be transformed and upgraded. We have these systems within ourselves as well. We are part of this system. We are not separate. And through the vehicle of your body, through the vehicle of your business, through the vehicle of your gifts, we're here to bring through, to release the old system through our body, but also to anchor a new systems, new aligned systems. So what I'm seeing psychically, energetically, is this sort of crumbling of the old, but at the same time, these shoots are coming up. This new growth, new life, fresh new energy. And I see that all of us are part of those new shoots and new growth. And it can be a real challenge to rise in leadership when you look at all these old systems crumbling and the masses kind of going into this, negative states of being. This is your time to really bring it, if that is what you're being guided to do, of course. But this is what I see. So as a lot of people rest, go into hibernation, watch a lot of Netflix, this is our time to get building, to get active in the way that's in alignment and harmony with you at this time. deep, deep listening to see what are you being called into? What are you being guided to create? What are you being guided to do? That might be a lot of self-nurturing. That might be connecting more in with your family. That might be doing lots of healing that's more inner. And it also might be lots of external action, bringing your voice, sharing your message like never before. So this is, again, the answer lies within you. And so we're going to connect in with that part of you now. And of course, if there's any fears or concerns, particularly around money or around health, this is where we want to dig deeper and listen to your inner guidance. What are you being called into? What are you being called into to create? What is that for you at this time? So there's always a way. We just need to release the fear, release the scarcity, release the not enough, release the old programs, the old systems, the old structures that are no longer working, and welcome the new, and listen and follow one step at a time. The challenge of it, of course, is that the mind doesn't always understand. So the mind's not always on board, but your heart, this inner wisdom, is guiding you through. It's like being guided, led almost blindly sometimes on deep faith and trust. And it can feel very, very vulnerable as well. So this is why we need each other. This is why it's so important to lean in and to ask for help. You know, if there's something you're getting stuck on that you don't know, you can't see the way through, maybe it's not clear. This is where lean in, ask for help, ask for suggestions. We're here for you. And you're not in this alone. And this is the old paradigms of separation are really crumbling as well. We need each other. This is where we come together. Lean in. Let go and lean in. All right, so breathe in deep into your belly once again and welcoming yourself home. And if there's anything particularly concerning you, let's call it in. What is it that you want? What is it that you need? What would you really like to welcome in, to call in into your life at this time? What is it that your heart is calling for? What is it that you're needing? What do you really need at this time? Let's call that in, and then we're going to transform it and align it into really embodied power so that you become it. To manifest what you desire is a process of actually becoming what you want, embodying it. We think, the mind thinks, for example, that money lies outside of you. It doesn't really. It's very hard for our mind to understand. But we are the creators, we are the source. Drawing it towards us, attracting it towards us, generating from within you and calling it from the world around you. And we can access our ability to really powerfully create when the fear is released. When we release that energy of separation, of scarcity, of not enough, because that isn't your true nature. And that isn't how you manifest. Well, you can manifest more fear and scarcity and lack. So if we want to powerfully manifest what we truly desire, love, connection, abundance, bringing our gifts, we need to find that powerful connection within, activate that energy within, and then call it in. We become this incredibly attracting magnets in. So breathe into your body. So beautiful one. Beautiful body, welcoming yourself wherever you are now. We want you to breathe in the beautiful, soothing energies that are here for you now. They're the beautiful sounds of nature, these high frequency sounds, these high frequency energies, the love and support that is here for you now, the love and support of the earth, the love and support of your soul team, the love and support of this mastermind. We want you to breathe this in and allow this level of love and support into your life like you've never experienced it before. Breathe that in. And we understand there may be parts of your life, people in your life where it feels the exact opposite of that. Let them go, let that go. We're calling in this new paradigm, calling in those hearts, those souls, those beings that are vibrationally aligned to you, where you are in your life at this time. We're welcoming more and more of these energies into your life now. They're in this mastermind right here, right now. They're in the planet right here, right now. That's the energies around you right here, right now. So welcoming all of that in. We're activating your energy field, activating your nervous system, connecting you powerfully to yourself, connecting you powerfully to love, to connection, to harmony, to source. Creating that powerful anchor, that through line deep within your body. Be the space holder, the light, the beacon, the wealth frequency during these times, during these turbulent times. Your energy, your vibration, your being knows how to hold powerful energy. And you actually know how to hold yourself powerfully. We just need to remind yourself and come back home. Come back home to that center point now. Breathe right down into your pelvic floor. Right down into your pelvic floor. Into the cervix. Breathing down into the cervix, the perineum. Grounding you powerfully through this portal in your body. Breathing down to your pelvic floor. And know that some old energies of fear, survival fears, the collective fears are releasing through your beautiful body. And as you funnel down and anchor your gifts and bring your gifts and root your gifts here for this planet, for this time, through the vehicle of your body, you are also releasing and shifting waves of fear for the collective as well. You're funneling through energies of the collective. These ancient energies that have been held here on this planet for a very long time, they're moving up and through now. And you're here as the anchor, you're here as the light, you're here as this grounding center point, holding this powerful line of connection as these old energies move up and out. And yes, that moves through your body in times, in waves. We invite you to be the anchor that you are. You're holding powerful space right now for yourself and for the collective. And we invite you to root your energy down and connect into the grid, connect into this grid of light, this grid of consciousness that all the powerful leaders are holding at this time. Let's connect into that root system deep within the earth. We're going to ask that the energy that is your body and your beautiful essence to land in consciously, land in and ground in and connect in now, so that you are reaching into the collective energy that is here holding the planet, the humanity, as we transition through these powerful portals of transformation. We're all going through it together. We're all in it together. And part of your job is being this incredible anchor through these times of change. And the way to do that is to anchor powerfully through your body into yourself now. So breathing in. So whether you're aware of it or not, we're just inviting you to ground powerfully through your body, through your legs, through your feet. Anchoring here now. Creating stronger roots. And breathe and receive. And land and ground. You want to funnel your focus down into the pelvic floor, down into the perineum. This is like going into the basement of the self. We're going into those wealth caves. We're going into a place that's deep and dark and silent and calm and connected. Moving from the surface of chaos and fear and landing deep, deep down within the self. And from this place, we find great sense of peace, connection, stillness, clarity, guidance. Remember, you're the leaders of the new way. You're the leaders of new levels of consciousness. And you're here to hold that line, to bring that message, to be that voice, to be that vibrational frequency of what is possible, even when those around aren't quite ready. Even when those around aren't quite ready to hear it, know it, connect. But there are many who are ready and who need it. They need that energy, that guidance, that vibration. But you need it first and foremost. You need it first and foremost. So allow yourself to land in and connect in powerfully to yourself now, and welcome. And I give you permission to thrive during these times. I give you permission to be incredibly abundant and wealthy through these times. I give you permission to be powerful through these times, to fully claim yourself and claim your truth through these times. This is essential now. Your privilege is your power, and we need your power, your heart-aligned, connected power to be activated and brought and shared now. No more hiding, no more shame around who you are. You have worked hard to get to this place. You have done a lot of inner work to get to this place. You deserve to thrive. You deserve to thrive. We need you to thrive. We need someone holding the line of thriving, of possibility during these times. And this is what leadership is about. Breathing into your body, breathing into your legs, breathing into your feet, calling you home now. So we're connecting you to the flow, to the current of possibility, of powerfully creating. We're connecting to the energies of abundance and possibility and openings, powerful manifesting, powerful creating. This is a current, this is a flow of energy that you need to keep coming back to and keep connecting to over and over again. It's coming back into your belly, back into that womb wisdom, back into that pelvic floor, back into your legs, into your feet. Anchoring, grounding here powerfully now. Thank you. Sinking deeper into your wealth cave within, sinking deeper into yourself, calling yourself to courageously land even more now. There's nowhere to go but through, deep down in and through. It's time to birth your gifts, the next level of your gifts, through the vehicle of your beautiful body, through the vehicle of your business, through the vehicle of your bank account. Your great gifts are ready to be activated, embodied, realized on a whole new level now. And this is available to you like never before. It's an extraordinary time that is opening up to all of us who choose to connect into this current. It's available in every moment. And it is the discipline to keep coming back into this connection. Not everyone is choosing this current, but it is here and it is available. So this means funneling your focus deep within, following your truth, your heart, your inner wisdom, your inner guidance, even when those around you are having a very different experience. So we release the fear, we release the grip, we release the old programs of scarcity, of disconnection, of not enough. We release the old stories, the old pain, the shame, the wounding that is leaving us now and leaving you now. We're saying goodbye to a very long karmic cycle, very long karmic cycle. We are coming to the end of this now. We're opening a new chapter. We're on this incredible transition point. The old world, so to speak, the old systems are releasing. And you're here to welcome in this new. It's like a new dawn. So give yourself permission just to simply let it go. No drama. Just release, 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 release. We're holding space for the new. And there's an acknowledgement of the challenge of this path, and the challenge of this journey, and the challenge of holding the vision, holding the line, holding this connection when most people aren't in this connection. And this is, again, what leadership is about. And this is, again, why you're needed. Bringing this energy, bringing your voice, bringing your gifts, bringing your connection, bringing your essence. Thank you. Thank you. Breathe deep into your belly. And allow this honoring, this energy of really honoring you and seeing you and witnessing you and welcoming you. But there's a real energy of deep honoring coming in through you and for you for all that you have faced, all that you have created, all that you have released, all that you have done to get to this moment in time. You deserve to be here in this space, in this time. You've earned your place at the table. Breathe yourself into your belly and welcome yourself home into this moment. Welcome yourself here. Receive yourself fully now. And receive yourself fully now. Welcome yourself home to this moment. And yes, we have work to do. This is the beginning of the next wave, the next cycle that we're now entering. The energies are faster. Manifestations are going to come faster and faster, which requires you to be more and more vigilant. I like to call myself an energy ninja. More and more aligned and connected than ever before, because everything is going to be amplified. Everything is happening faster. So this is where all these tools, all this preparation you've done for as long as you've been doing this work are more needed than ever before. Stay in that current, stay in that stream of possibility, of connection. Keep releasing, releasing, releasing the old and welcome this new space now. I'd like to welcome your great, call it a seed of consciousness, your great gift that you've been holding for a very long time, holding a secret inside of you for a very long time. And you brought bits of it, but there's a whole other level of you that is ready to be birthed or at least planted. There's an opening available for you to show up in your gifts and who you are like never before, if you're willing to choose that now. So I want to invite you to sink even deeper. If you imagine you're taking this beautiful seed, this great light, this great gift that's within you, that is you, and we're planting it, we're rooting it, we're grounding it, we're landing it. We're welcoming you here like never before. It's an extraordinary time. All the old story is no longer relevant. The old story that you've been fighting through for a long time is no longer relevant. It's gone, if you choose it to be gone. So what I'm seeing is that the old imprints of the old story of your life and how life is and your struggles and your challenges, they're like an energetic imprint, but they don't have a grip on you like they used to. So now it's a choice. Where do you choose to focus your energy? Where do you choose to focus? I recommend focusing down, deep down at the wealth cave, deep down to the earth, into that incredible, powerful current of creation, conscious creation, and release the old. It's an old imprint now. It's almost like the ghost of someone past who once lived. It's there, but it only has the power that you give it. It's always been the case, but even more than ever before. Breathing deep into your belly, funneling your focus down. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Rooting down into your body, down to the earth now. And this also creates a very powerful space for receiving into. Receiving. So I'd like you to again think about, what would you love to welcome in? What's a line for you to welcome in and call in at this time? What are you calling in at this time? And whatever it is, know that you were at the center of it. You're really calling yourself home. It's not outside of you anymore. It's within you. Your heart is calling you home. We invite the old grip, the old story of separation to be released lovingly every time there's a wave of constriction, of contraction. We just lovingly breathe into it and release it out and let it go. Releasing the old story, welcoming in this new powerful connection. Breathing into your pelvic floor. We're just going to let this land a little bit more. This is new. This is very, very new. So know that it might take a bit of time to get used to this new level of embodiment, this new level of your gifts being here. It takes sometimes a little bit of time to adjust. And when we're deeply connected, there's more peace, more space, more calm. And it's okay for you to feel these feelings in these times. In fact, we need you to. So breathe deep down and welcome. And as always, in this connected, centered, landed, grounded place now, wherever you are, let's tune in and ask, what information do you need to know? Do you need to hear? Do you need to receive at this time? What do you need to know, hear, receive at this time? And let's take a moment just to tune in and see how that comes in for you, trusting however it comes is perfectly placed today. I want to ask you to ask your inner guidance, your inner wisdom. Is there anything that you're being guided to do? Any action you're being guided to take? What action are you being guided to take at this time? And remember, the inner action is just as valuable as any outer action. So let's tune in and ask, what action are you being guided to take at this time? And if there's anything you need in particular, I can ask for guidance now around what do you need to do, what action do you need to take to welcome that in, So if there's anything specific that you're being challenged by, there's always an opportunity for healing and transformation here. There's always gold within that. So if there's anything that you want to tune in and ask for guidance around that's troubling you or you're struggling with, you can tune in and ask your inner guidance now. Let's just take a moment to tune in with that. Okay, and making a note of anything that's come through for you today, and taking all the time you need. If you need longer, please take that time. And for now, deep honor and gratitude for all that you are, all that you're stepping into, all that you're becoming, and all that you're bringing here, not only for yourself in your own life, but for all the lives that you touch, and also for the collective. And it's very powerful, and it's very important, and there's a deep honoring of this work that you're doing coming through for you now. So breathe that in, honor yourself, and thank you.